So, and then generally speaking, even if the part doesn't affect the combat, breaking off a part will still get you extra rewards at the end.
Okay.
So, like, if you're trying to make a specific kind of armor, and it's like, oh, I need great Azuchi claws to make this armor, then you want to stab it in the claws to break them, and then you'll have a much higher chance of actually getting the claw part for when you're trying to craft stuff later.
I see. Because that's like, so yeah, going back to how this game actually plays when it's not a demo,
Yeah, breaking stuff is super important for actual gameplay.
right, the progression is you go out, beat monster, collect parts from monster, and hope you have enough at some point to make weapons and armor from that monster.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you will
I
hunt
see.
specific monsters over and over because they have bits you want for your armor specifically.
Right.
Mhm.
And what you want is different between, you know, different weapons.
Yeah, because the armor has a defense value, of course, but it also has elemental resistances. So, like, if you're fighting a Rathian who does a lot of fire damage, then you'll want to bring an armor that has a lot of fire resistance. And then on top of that, it has armor skills that give you different abilities.
I see, I think.
So, like, you can slot in an ability called poison resistance, and now you're just immune to poison.
Gotcha. Maybe. Should I try... What should I try next?
Let's see here. What have you not played?
I've not
Hammer
played...
or horn, but you've played big swingy weapons.
Yeah,
think
hammer, horn, lance, gun lance.
You can try lance or
Charge
gun
blade.
lance if you want. I don't think you're gonna enjoy it, but you can.
Okay. What
I am not very familiar with gun lance, but
about charge blade?
I could walk you through Charge Blade. It is the most complicated weapon in the game.
Let's go.
I have literally no idea how to work a charge blade.
That's what I
I
want
saw
to
it.
hear.
I saw it, and I'm just like, that is insanely complicated. I'm going to stay as far away from it as physically possible.
Charge
it is
blade.
considered the most complicated weapon, and it is my favorite weapon.
Well, if it's your favorite weapon, I hope that means
It was the weapon that spoke to me when I first picked up 4 Ultimate, which is when it was introduced to the series.
Same here. And that was also the game it came out in.
Yeah,
oh, did it?
that's what I was saying. It came out in 4 Ultimate. I played 3 Ultimate before, but I didn't beat it because none of the weapons really spoke to me until Charge Blade and 4 Ultimate, and then I suddenly was hyper into the series.
I see.
Okay.
Wait,
The
what is?
Charge Blade.
Whoa.
Okay.
Why? Wait. Hold on. This is a Keyblade.
Yes. First of all, the weapon in the demo is straight up a Keyblade.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure that was clear. Hey, what?
Normally it's a sword, but for this particular one, it's a Keyblade. Okay. So, in this mode, your basic X attacks are your fast attacks.
Okay.
And that's your sort of basic bread and butter, right? Then your A attack is a charge. So if you hold down A, you'll pull back, and if you release at the right moment, you'll do 2 swipes. So you have 2 longs, you did 1 swipe, and then there we go, that's 2.
Those 2? Oh, I see. It's front and back,
too.
yeah.
And that's how you build up meter.
Okay.
So meter for the Charge Blade are your 5 files next to that shield icon.
Right.
Every time you hit, those files will start to glow, and they'll go from yellow to red. And when they turn red, what you want to do is press ZR and A, and you'll charge your shield.
Oh, okay.
So when you do that, so right now you can't get any.
You can't do anything, right? Yeah.
But when you do that, you'll store your files in your shield. Then what you can do is if you press ZR and X, you'll go into axe mode.
Oh,
And
so you
then
can.
now you can consume those files that you just stored up in more powerful axe attacks. So if you press X, you'll do some basic axe moves, and that just cycles between 2 attacks. But then yeah, any of your A attacks, which are way flashier, consume files to deal extra damage.
Okay.
Then we're only getting started.
I was gonna say there's more.
Wait,
So
there's more.
when you're in axe mode and you have 5 files, what you can do is if you press X and A at the same time, you'll do a sort of overhead slam.
Okay.
Now, while your weapon is behind you, when you're doing that move, hold down ZR.
What? Okay, hold on. So, axe mode.
While you're in axe mode and you're doing that move, that's it.
Okay.
So you'll go back into sword and shield mode, and you might be wondering why you want to do that, and that's because while you have files, that will then store your files into your shield, but for real this time.
I hate it. Okay.
So that's when your shield will actually, so the shield icon will glow red when you do that.
Okay.
And when you do that, that means that your shield is now as good as a lance's shield.
Oh, okay.
So then your shield is really good at blocking attacks, and in axe mode, all of your attacks now deal more damage. Then
So switch back. So okay. Okay.
yeah,
okay.
So then while you have red shield, you charge up your files again. So you do a bunch of attacks, you do some charge attacks with your A button, you do some stabs, until you charge up your files again. You dump your files back in, just like before. Then, if you want, for extra flavor, while you're dumping your files into your shield with CR and A,
Right.
you can hold down A, or no, is it? I think you have to hold down both. You probably can't hold down any of them because you have no charge.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
But you can hold down the button, and then if you release it after your sword sort of contracts into your shield, you can power up your sword, and then that will glow red as well. And then that makes it so that your sword can never bounce,
Okay.
and it does a lot more damage.
Okay.
Then, after you charged up your sword and your shield,
Yep. Go on.
and you go into axe mode, and
Yep.
you recharge all your files again,
Yep.
then you go back into axe mode, you hold down X and A at the same time, and then you'll do your final ultimate super amped ultimate discharge attack.
And
And that's how you enter Super Saiyan 4.
I'm gonna ride a dog.
Plus Ultra.
I'm just gonna. I'm riding dog. We're gonna go fight something with this complicated weapon.
I think that the phrase that best embodies this weapon is Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. Where it's just a million redundancies all stacked on top of each other.
That was so much.
I didn't even go over like some of the basic combos.
Oh, there are actual combos here? I thought it was just the chargy and the hitty.
No, that's just what your goal is. You have to actually do combos to get to that point.
Yeah, sure. So what are those?
So, like, for
Press
example,
button, find out.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
a really useful move to know how to do is after you do an attack, press a direction and A at the same time to do a sliding slash, and that'll kind of let you get out of trouble with combo.
All right, come back. I want to hit you. I have vials and Super Sand to fill up.
Oh yeah, actually, one thing that will help you practice, you can stab dead bodies to charge files.
Are you for real?
I might have to get real dead bodies, not tiny monster dead bodies.
Oh.
But when you're in a multi-monster hunt, so yeah, actually, let's go kill a Zoro.
Okay, I'm already there.
Which is
the bear.
Yeah. So wherever Jay is.
I
6.
see.
Yeah, go over to 6.
I see.
He is. I mean,
No.
this does not do damage numbers that I'm happy with.
I forget what you're
Oh
playing.
boy. I have bow.
Oh yeah,
Bow.
bow is a tricky weapon. You gotta learn how to do that dash dancing.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Hi, bear. Bro should just abandon this quest. This weapon sucks.
This is the best weapon. I'm not talking about.
Wait, so... Oh, wait, oh, I have things, so it's... How do I
I think I
charge
had a
again?
time.
Yeah, with red. Oh, that's right. I forgot to mention. If you charge up your files too much, your sword overheats. If you have to dump your files, or else they will. Your attacks will always bounce.
Wait, did I do anything?
Yes. So now your files are full.
Okay.
So now, if you go into axe mode and you do an A attack, it'll consume those files for extra damage.
Oh,
Okay, so I'm an axe. So go here. Eh.
who's throwing out tops?
That's one of the cats.
Oh, okay, good.
Oh, I see, okay.
I was like, that doesn't seem like a thing your weapon should do.
Don't you know it's a sword, a shield, axe, and a Beyblade?
I mean, you joke, but one of the attacks in the full game does involve turning your shield into a buzzsaw.
I hate it.
That's not a top.
Yeah, but it is another thing that this weapon can be.
Oh, I was about to jump off the cliff. He did not go off the cliff.
No, he's over here.
So the AoE heal thing,
Poop.
pretty nice.
Oh, that didn't do anything. I'm about to jump. Okay, so...
I will say that is a nice.
Whoa,
thing
I'm on
about
the monster. Oh, what do I do?
No, hold down R to run.
Don't run into me.
Press Y to push him into a wall.
Oh, that's what it is.
And then he falls over, enemies stab him repeatedly. And then you do this and do a bunch of damage. Watch as I do a big explosion.
No, wait, this one. No, this one.
Because this weapon has AoEs.
Okay, so now how do I... So I go boom. And how do I charge it back into the shield? Oh, gosh.
So you do that XA super attack, but then hold down ZR halfway through.
Wait, how do I get up? Eh.
You're gonna have to shoot you up.
Isn't there a way to... Oh, shield weapon. That's right. Aha. Did it.
Arrow
so-
bow and arrow is in fact a sword for stamina, like I have heard.
Yes, it is.
Wow, I cannot tell where I'm aiming in the slightest.
So I do this. And I do XA.
At the same time, and then you hold down ZR.
I did it! Oh, I did it! Oh, I did it!
Yeah, you have red shield now, yes.
Now that it helped me. There we go.
So
Wait.
now you do everything you just did again.
Right.
Get in there.
Hey,
You
that
skip the charging your sword part.
I want to do... Come back. I must achieve 2%. Oh, gosh. Oh, I need to heal. Why am I...
Hey, I shot him with the big arrow, which didn't seem to do very much. I really have no idea what I'm doing. I'm doing it well. I figured out that attack heals, which is neat.
Oh yeah, bow has a heal now. I forgot about that. They replaced the arc shot with the heal. Ah, crap, I was going to attack.
Okay, so now that I'm full again...
No, you jumped out of the heal right as I shot it.
Now dump your files into their actual containers.
So that is...
So that while you're in Sword and Shield mode, press ZR and A.
Right, okay, cool. Now...
So now, in Axe mode, if you press X and A, while you have an opening, you'll do, like, the biggest attack in the game.
Wait, I missed it. Did I fuck it up?
No, you just, Yes, you did fuck it up.
Cool. Time to do it again.
What you essentially just did is recharge your shield to refresh the duration.
I see.
So yeah, so when you're doing the big ultimate attack, you don't want to cancel out.
So it's just XA
It's just
at that point.
XA.
Okay.
So when you're in axe mode, you just do XA. You can actually shortcut into it from sword and shield mode by just doing XA, like over and over again.
Okay, I'm starting to appreciate the utility of the doggos.
The doggos are really nice.
But I still like my catos.
Okay, so now...
So yeah, so now dump it into your files, and then when you have an
opening, that's the word.
Hey, hello.
That's not the opening. Ooh.
Actually, yeah, Jay can knock it over with a Izuchi.
Doing my best.
Oh, it's that thing.
Yeah, that's your big damage. And if you can actually hit with that, it does like the most damage for you to do.
So how do I get the sword red?
While you're charging your files, if you hold down the button while you have red shield, then you'll go into red sword.
While I'm charging the vials, if I hold down...
He's exhausted. I can stop using exhaust coding.
Okay, I should heal real quick. Nope, not me.
Wrong button. X applying your coatings is a weird choice.
So...
I think it's because it uses the same buttons as the bow buttons where you press X to reload.
I guess that's the choice. I was more just thinking it's weird that you hold R to use your primary attack and use one of the face buttons to use an item effectively. That was very not fun, Mr. Bear. I'm not a fan of what you just did to me.
I was not paying attention to my health.
Oh, one more time. Oh, nope.
That's the trouble of trying to watch you play Charge Blade while I play Charge Blade at the same time. My brain only has so much room.
Only so much room for Charge Blade.
It is my favorite weapon, but it is still the most thinky weapon.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I would very much appreciate one of the melee people taking aggro for a second.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I'm coming.
Oh gosh, if I can... I got aggro. I also got damage.
If you could have done it without that would have been, premium, but I appreciate
you get, man.
Big numbers.
That very nearly threw off my shot.
Well,
Don't debate me.
My screen suddenly exploding in lightning was a little disconcerting.
Oh, we killed it? We killed it.
No, we just knocked him over
Yeah.
as he was trying to run away. Maybe I should heal people. I need to stop getting defensive thing.
Oh, crap. I keep forgetting you can't cancel out of the super amped element discharge anymore.
Oh. It would be helpful if I actually switched my coding once selecting the new one.
Oh, hey, I don't care about you right now. Wow, okay.
I'm confused. Oh, I was out of stamina. I did that once.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
You giant scary bear man. There's no reason a bear would be resistant to poison, right?
Probably not. Get back to you.
Wow. They're actually predictable. Hey, get poisoned. Oh, no. Bad. No, bad.
Oh gosh.
Firebug recovery is fun for bow. I much more feel the need to use it. Bad.
Ah, crap, I got stunned.
Stun? Oh, stunned.
Yeah, stunned.
I thought you said stung. I'm like, this isn't a bug-like monster.
It can be.
I mean, it looks like a turtle bear.
It does actually look to the I already forgot. How do I charge my shield?
So when you're doing the XA attack,
Oh,
you
yes,
can't
yes.
stop it.
Cancel out of.
Your ultimate discharge.
Oh gosh.
Hopefully
Wait, so can I
he's
just
sitting over
do
here
the
eating
cool move right
will
now?
Not attract his attention. It did not.
No, I can't.
Yeah, spoke too soon.
Holy fuck. Okay.
He's dead. I was like, why are the numbers not popping up? It's because he died.
Okay, yeah, so you can charge on dead bodies. So you can practice a couple of things before his body despawns.
Jumbo
Yeah,
bow.
your sword is overcharged, so you need to dump your files in order to attack again.
Oh, it's the red. Okay.
So when it's bright red, that means you have too much charge and you need to dump it.
Right. So then from here we do,
So now you want to go back into axe mode and dump your files into your shield.
which is
So you do XA and then cancel out of the ZR. So now
Like
you should
that.
have red shield.
yep.
And then now charge up again.
So can I just charge up on him?
Yeah, just charge up by stabbing his body repeatedly. Until you get to red. There we go. And then now,
To the stupid fast travel menu again.
Looking forward to
I don't
hunting with
remember.
you.
This one. Oh, I think you have to go to the details map. Yeah. So go to menu
Oh,
And then,
how do you do this?
and then press Y, and then now you can select a main camp and press A to fast travel.
There we
Oh,
go.
I see.
Because I'm going to go steal more power coding because I need it.
But yeah, so now that you have red shield, so if you do the animation for charging your files again, and then just hold it down.
Wait, for charging the fast.
So back in sword and shield mode,
Okay,
when you
so-
press ZR and A to charge your files, if you hold it down, then
No.
oh wait, no. Oh, sorry, that's right. Like I said, it's all muscle memory for me. Okay, you do the animation, and then mid-animation, press X and hold it down. And then when it sinks in, you release it.
Oh my goodness.
And then now you should have red sword.
This is absurd.
And then now that you have red sword, even if your sword now overcharges, so if you farm another charge again on the dead body until it would normally bounce from being overcharged, it shouldn't anymore. So yeah, so
So at
like
this
yellow
point-
and red. And then we keep going until it starts glowing bright red. And then now you can keep attacking even though it's normally overcharged and you can't normally attack.
This is absurd. I guess we'll fight
So,
this
like-
one now.
So that's what allows you to actually increase your damage even further. Because while you're overcharged, I think you actually deal more damage.
What? I'm him again.
Why does my power bill have such a normal name?
I think it's random.
I fainted. Oh, I wasn't paying attention to my health. Oh! Not only is there so many sub-menus, there's so many bars. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Bow does not do as much damage as I thought it would, and that's a little bit annoying. Not gonna lie.
It does a lot more damage if you know how to dash dance to keep yourself at maximum charge constantly.
I mean, still, individual shots don't do as much damage as I was hoping for. Oh crap! I thought that.
Well, yeah, but like,
jump.
so your shots deal more damage if you hold it down
Yeah,
for longer.
I know.
But when you dash dance, you effectively can do multiple shots at maximum charge repeatedly without having to wait for it to charge again.
So this is a fun weapon. I think it is super complicated.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
I can see why it's fun.
Well, like, the main thing that first appealed to me about it is that, unlike, say, Switch Axe, which essentially has an offensive mode and a more offensive mode,
Right.
this one actually has, like, a defensive mode and an offensive mode.
Right.
So, like, when you're, like, in normal combat, you typically stay in sword and shield mode, where you can be more defensive. You have your massive shield, which you can press with DR. I don't know if I covered that already.
Yeah, I figure that's it.
And then,
Oh,
and
gosh.
especially when you charge up your shield, it has a really strong block. So like you can be very defensive, and then when you actually have an opening, you simply switch to axe mode and you go all out.
Right.
Yeah, I need to stop forgetting about that attack.
And then of course there's the whole guard point system, which I haven't even touched upon, since that's way too complicated.
Yeah, that's advanced.
Yeah, that is something that I only figured out after like 300 hours of playing Darkwood.
Cool.
But the short version is essentially certain attacks are actually secretly guards.
Like, you know how you swing your shield around during some of your attacks? You can actually block with the shield during those animations if you're good enough.
Mm-hmm. And then it actually
Something I
can
like to- oh gosh.
Because unlike normal blocks, if you use a guard point block, it has way less knockback, and you can immediately combo into one of your more powerful attacks.
Right. Nope.
Such
Oh,
a
get out of here.
durable
Oh
mechanism.
gosh.
I'm starting to get the feel for the dash dance. As soon as I screw it up.
But yeah, and then after you dash dance for a while, I think you can actually do 2 power shots afterwards.
Oh yeah, running out of stamina. I think.
And of course, stamina is only basically. Bow also does way more damage when you put on a million stamina buffing skills. Marathon runner, constitution.
I just.
Stamina
Oh, the
surge.
poor little thing just died. I'm sorry, little balloon friend.
Yes, he explodes if you touch him.
I noticed that. He was in a bush and I accidentally touched him.
I don't know why there are Tanuki with gunpowder in them, but that's just the world we live in, I guess.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. Come on, kid. Let's go. Okay. So if I do... I missed. The monster moved. That's cool.
What the hell? It suddenly decided to like aim above the monster, and I can't control how far up and down it aims. The bow is weird. I don't like cringe weapons.
Yeah, honestly, it almost felt boring to me. When I the gun bow, whatever we just did.
Well, the bow is a little bit more complicated than the bow guns because it actually has combos.
Oh, well that makes it so much better.
That's why I was saying, like, the bow fits. It's easier if you already know how to play a melee weapon because it
of
has a
combos.
similar mindset of doing combos.
Sure.
Whereas the light bowgun and heavy bowgun are technically simpler because there is literally no combo. It's literally just so The way I like to think of the bow guns is those are the spellcasting classes. Because your ammo is your spells,
Right.
and you kind of sit in the back line doing fireballs.
I need to sharpen.
You know, I kind of take back what I said. I do really like the coatings for bows, and it's just getting frustrating learning how to aim long distance without a reticle.
You should be able to hold down the CL to aim.
Oh, that's useful to know.
I'm sorry, I thought you knew that already.
No, I did not.
Oh. And of course, while I was laughing, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, so sad.
No, I was like holding down R this whole time, and I'm like, man, why are these arrows just flying to random places? This is so hard to aim. And then I'm like, that's a game changer right there.
I need to watch that anime, Nuke Blade. Tells it worked. Sounds fun.